What's up, everybody? This is Kieran and Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessed Compulsive Gamer of the O.C.G. And I've been meaning to play Breath of the Wild for a while now, again. But apparently 2 days ago they released a patch, which they've released a couple patches for Breath of the Wild since Switch 2 came out, but they said there's gameplay fixes in this new patch. That's actually kind of significant, so I was going to restart over and see what the patch changed, so here we go. Let me make sure I'm live, and my audio is coming through, and then we'll get down to business. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Okay, we're good to go. Just had to make sure. Nintendo presents Your Mom! The Legend of Zelda. I just thought this was super weird because it essentially introduces it twice. Breath of the Wild. Like, you get this with the logo, then it comes up, and then you get the title screen again. It seems like the first one's kind of redundant, right? Link, open your eyes. Don't be a little bitch. Open your eyes.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Like, I'm waking up in a strange... I'm waking up in a strange place with no clothes on and blue goo. What is this, a day party? The fuck did you do to me, Zelda? Link, I have a Wii U tablet for you. I mean a Sheikah Slate.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
Oh, it's better than nothing.
Hold the Sheikah slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way. Link, you are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Alright, now let me make sure it's coming through clearly. Just trying to make sure that the stream is smooth and not choppy. Yeah, it's looking good, okay. What brings a bright-eyed young man like you to a place like this? Where are we? Answering question with a question, that is fair enough. As I cannot imagine our meeting to be a simple coincidence, I should tell you. This is a great plateau. According to legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. That temple there, long ago, was the site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned in a state of decay. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of his former self. I shall be here for some time. Please let me know if I may be of service. Yes? What are you doing? I like to by the fireside, of course, although I need to cook myself another baked apple at some point. Simple foods such as apples are fine to eat raw, but roasting them on a fire makes them tastier and more nutritious. I beg your pardon, I do believe that's my baked apple. You can't just go about taking whatever you please. Oh ho ho, forgive me, I cannot resist pulling your leg. Please help yourself an apple and an open flame make for a succulent treat. Well then, just help yourself to that torch there, and how may I ask you plan to use it? It's a secret. I see. Well then, do as you please. You're playing monster ahead of here, though. Remember that you can use that as a weapon if need be. However, do not just swing around that purpose. You must face your opponents and lock your sights on them.
Link. Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Okay. No, kind of. This, normally you see me streaming from PS5, but this is me streaming my Switch. So, this is, from a capture card, because Switch doesn't have built-in streaming, so I'm capturing this from my laptop, and this is the best thing I can find for the laptop. I used to have my laptop when I did this on my lap, and it was burning, slow cooking my balls, so. Oh man, an actual pair of pants, holy shit! It's beautiful. Yeah. back when me and Sammy were still dating, she heard me saying that I wanted to stream Switch and other stuff. That didn't have built-in streaming, so she got me a laptop and a capture card, and that's what this is. And yeah, I like a lot of Switch stuff, but it doesn't have any built-in streaming, so... And I decided I've been meaning to replay Breath of the Wild for a while now. But apparently they added a new patch, and it wasn't just an update, they said it had gameplay fixes. Now, of course, Nintendo never tells the details of their patches, but the last time they had a Breath of the Wild patch that said gameplay fixes, they actually tweaked quite a bit, so... The thought that they might actually have changed and improved some stuff in this after 9 years was kind of insane, so I thought I would load it up and see what's going on. Of course, I can't really stream high quality. Right now I'm at 720p 30. But, because my laptop's kind of crappy. Not that I'm shitting on getting it. My Sammy got it for me, and I'm not shitting on it. I'm just saying, in terms of low end, it's kind of low. In terms of laptops, it's low end. But honestly, with Switch, how low powered Switch is, 720p 30 is fine, honestly. Most of the Switch games wind up being a super low resolution anyway, so. Probably also going to do Xenoblade Chronicles. That's one of my all-time favorite games. And, that's crazy, man. If you like open world games, then you need to play this. It's nothing like the other Zelda games, which is kind of why I bounced off of it originally. Kind of took me some adjustment, because it really is like a new start for Zelda. But if you like games where it's like an intriguing world, and they give you endless things to do, that's it. Like, anything you see in this world you can get to, those mountains over there, anywhere you see you can go, anything you can think of doing you can do. This is truly a game for people who like getting lost in a world. Like, this is not one of those games that you play to beat. This is one of those games you play to get lost in, and if you play it like that, it's one of the best out there still. And it's a game that truly rewards your curiosity. There's so many things. It's like, oh, I wonder if I could do that. And you can. And I love games like that, where you can just get lost in a world where it feels like a real place. My problem with it is, if you come for a traditional Zelda experience, you're not getting that. But Nintendo was pretty upfront about that, you know what I mean? It's not like they misled anybody. This was supposed to show people that Zelda could change. Be a new era for the series. Tears of the Kingdom is also really good. Yes, I have. Tears of the Kingdom is also really good. Even better than this. But you kind of need to play this to understand Tears of the Kingdom. It's literally the same map. Same high roll. You know, in like Majora's Mask, for example, it was the same Link, but you could honestly skip out on Ocarina and still play it. You really need to play Breath of the Wild to get into Tears of the Kingdom. Although I want to clarify that it's not just reusing the map. Like, when I say the same map, the map has been extensively changed. And there's an entire new map underneath and stuff in the sky, so I would actually say Tears of the Kingdom is about 3 times smaller. 3 times larger. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. So, when I say, like, it uses the same map, it might sound like lazy copy and paste. That is not the case. More like they wanted to show how the world changed over time. So, like, there's so many things where it's like, if you played, like, I mean, you don't, like, 100% need to play Breath of the Wild to play Tears of the Kingdom. but you're going to appreciate it a lot more if you do. There's so many places where it's like, oh, hey, I remember that, and they changed this and that. So. And in Tears of the Kingdom, it's great because they have this huge world in the sky, this huge world underground that seamlessly overlap. So, like, literally, there's like an entire map underneath the world that doubles the size. It's like called the Depths. And it's like an entire hidden kingdom under Hyrule, and it's the same size. Literally, that just there doubles the size of the game. And there's islands in the sky, and you can literally be on an island in the sky, a mile up in the air, fucking jump down, skydive into the hole underground, and go from above the land to underneath it in one swoop. It's pretty fucking sick. Yeah, it is really cool, but also really hostile. There's no light sources in the depths. It's pitch black. And it's actually one of the instances of them using the game really cool, because the depths are pitch black. There is no light in the depths. It's underground, the sun never gets there. There's only the light that you bring. But what's really cool about the depths, every single light that you put stays there forever. So you get these things called bright bloom seeds. And they're like stuff you can stick to an arrow, and it lights up the area around you. Every single one of those that you put stays there forever. Shit, oh man. So it's actually really cool because it starts out pitch black and you light it up and you can actually see where you put all the lights as you progress. And you can literally use the lights as like a visual map where you've been, oh hey, there are lights over there. I've been over there. I put shit down there. And you get the game's best gear in the depths. But there are also very, very, very hard monsters in the depths. So, kind of high risk, high reward thing. And I really like having all the islands in the sky and shit. And this game is also gorgeous. Both it and Tears of the Kingdom both make the most of the Switch hardware. They're gorgeous games. But then again, I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Zelda has always pushed the most out of every console it's been on. Like, if you wanted a game that really showed what the Nintendo hardware could do, you look for Zelda. I remember playing Twilight Princess when I was a little kid, and being fucking gobsmacked by how good it looked on GameCube. Oh yeah, there's plenty of this game that you would call ASMR. For sure. This is not one of those games where they're constantly blaring music. In fact, there's actually only very minimal use of the soundtrack in most parts of this game. They use the soundtrack very sparingly. When you're in a town, during a major moment in the story, there will be lots of time when you're just in the wilderness and it's ambient sounds. Like, the whole theme of Breath of the Wild is a peaceful apocalypse, because this is after a huge cataclysm happened in Hyrule that killed most of the people. So actually, this is in Hyrule in ruins. But, like, nature has reclaimed everything, so it's like... it's a weird comparison, but I would say it's almost like The Last of Us. If you played The Last of Us, where, you know, it's the apocalypse, so it's all... everybody's dead, but at the same time, it's peaceful because nature overtook and regrew shit. I mean, they couldn't be more different otherwise, but the basic concept, you know, the ruins of society, but it's peaceful and vibrant and kind of overgrown, is the same. See? Able to push a rock down a hill, uses physics, which then kills the enemies. This game rewards you thinking outside the box. That whole game is like this. It is truly a sandbox for you to fuck with shit, see what happens, and keep fucking with shit. So if you like the type of game where it's like, can I do this? And then you can, this is the type of game for you. There's no game better. And I felt like getting lost in a world. And right now, at the moment, I've been trying to keep myself busy for the next week or so until Resident Evil 9 comes out. This is a type of game that I would almost call the Bethesda School of Design, sans the jank and the glitches, where you start out, you know, the best Bethesda games. You start out, I'm gonna go here, A to B, and then you wind up taking fucking 20 detours from A to B to C to D, all around because all the interesting things you find along the way. You know, that's what makes Skyrim so good, is you could start out, I'm just gonna go here, and then run into a million cool distractions along the way. That's the type of game this is. Yeah, well, like I said, this has got Nintendo polish, so you're not going to run into a whole lot of glitches. And I'm saying that design philosophy is what this is. Endless distractions. Ooh, what's over there? Ooh, what's over there? Oh, look, oh, what is this? Oh, what is this? Until all of a sudden you're way over where you started. But it's fine because you're having a good time. There's a million cool distractions. And this game is set up in a very interesting way where just about every single part of this game is optional. You have to do this tutorial, which they kind of put you into a little tiny area. They don't drop you into the whole world. This world's quite large. They put you in this little minor area to kind of get you feel on the controls. And then after that, you can pretty much go to the end of the game right away. You're probably going to die if you try to do that. So, you literally, from almost the very beginning of this game, can do the side stuff, or in the game, from almost the very beginning. So, instead, every bit of the main story that you do, every bit of preparation you do is building up towards that confrontation.
100 years.
But technically, nearly everything in this game is optional.
The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end.
Yeah, see? That's Hyrule Castle. They tell you the main objective after you get off this plateau, if you complete the tutorial, go to Hyrule Castle and beat Ganon. You literally can just hop down, run to the castle, right after the tutorial.
Must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
But it's hard as fuck. There are tons and tons of tough enemies that will massacre you. So technically, the main quest is you getting allies to help you raid the castle, and every ally actually gives you stuff to help you raid the castle. And it's not, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a very unique idea. And that's what I'm saying. You can literally see it. Every single, like, the main quest, after you see this whole world, this is just the intro. They put you in a little tiny sandbox. So you have space, but you're not the whole world. I think it's smart to do that instead of overwhelming you. But this whole world, there's like 4 different main story arcs. And you can do them in any order. So the main story that's in the game, you can do however you want to do it. But each ally gives you a set preparation that helps you storm the castle. And you can actually see it when you go there. So it actually feels like every step that you make in the main quest is giving you some support to go into the castle. And it's a really cool idea. Oh, wait a minute. Shit. Hold on. I meant to do some up there. Even the way that you level up in this game is set up in such a way that is how you do it. In prior Zelda games, you leveled up at a fixed pace. You got the tools they got when they wanted you to get them. And you got the upgrades they give you, okay? In this game, you have to do these shrines. There's like 120 of them. And they're like little mini Zelda dungeons out in the world. And they also serve as fast travel spots. They're actually really good. They're like a mini dungeon. They take 5, 10, 15 minutes to finish. But they're actually really good. They allow you to have that Zelda vibe. They give you fast travel. But after you do 4 of them, you can either get a new heart container or upgrade your stamina. And stamina is how you run, it's how you jump, how you climb. It lets you explore more. So, rather than have a fixed order for how you level up, you decide what you level up and you get that from exploring the world. So, it can be any 4 shrines. You understand? In any order. There's no shrines that are locked off. Like, oh, you can't do this yet. After you go through these first 4 on this island, you can see them now. They popped up when you did the tower. Each one gives you a power, and once you have those powers, all shrines are unlocked. So, most of this game, you can pretty much do it in any order. You can do the shrines in any order. You can do each act of the main quest in any order, or you cannot do it and go straight to the end. They give you a very short tutorial that's about an hour. They give you a bunch of tools, and then they just set you off in the world and say, do whatever. And the game is very open for you to do just that. Like, they immediately give you tips. Like, they tell you the general direction. They say, hey, Link, you need help. So they'll give you a general marker on your map. Bop, bop, bop. Usually it's in one of the 4 corners of the world, because you basically start off in the middle. Oh, yes, I did. Yeah, I did. Of course, I don't have that save file anymore. That was on Wii U. I'm one of the 5 people in the world that owned it. Breath of the Wild was made for Wii U, and then ported to Switch at the last moment. There's almost identical on the Switch. And I had a Wii U, so I bought it on Wii U. But yes, I did. I did all 120. There's actually... I did not get 100% complete, however. Because there's actually, see, you can mark stuff with your map, which is cool. Puts a beacon so you can see the shrines and then make a link to them. There's a quest to get Korok seeds that you just saw me. When I climbed to the top of that church, the guy gave me a seed. Those allow you to hold more items. So you get a certain amount of Korok seeds, and then you give them to this guy you meet early on in the game, and he allows you to hold more loot, which is good. More bows, more swords, more shields. but there's over 900 of them, those Korok seeds. And after a very short point, they stop giving you rewards for getting them. It's just for doing it. And you get no reward for doing all 900. So I did all the shrines. I did pretty much all the side quests. I didn't do all the Korok seeds. I'm not going to collect 900 fucking collectibles for no reward. No, thank you. Should be one more shrine. Oh, there it is. See, even with the shrines, the way you do it is up to you. In order to leave this island, you have to do all 4. Do them in any order. This game does not try to hold your hand at all.
Oh!
It does. Probably more, because Tears of the Kingdom is significantly bigger. With, Tears of the Kingdom, they follow the same basic formula of Breath of the Wild. I mean, they added a lot, they changed a lot, it wasn't, like, identical, but they followed the same basic formula. But it came out, like, 6 years later. This came out in 2017, and Tears came out in 2023. So they just literally spent like 6 years focusing on making the world as dense and filled with shit as possible. So yeah, Tears of the Kingdom is fucking enormous, like I said. But I would recommend both Tears and this. Like I said, these games are the type of games... These games are the type of games that will have you up until 3 a.m. entranced. Like, oh, one more shrine, and then all of a sudden the sun is up. Like, that's what this game does. I mean that in the best way. Like, you can get lost in this world. There's over 100 hours in this game if you do everything. Over. And for Tears of the Kingdom, I would say it's closer to like 200 hours. Like I said, Tears of the Kingdom is like 3 times the size. It's fucking huge. And honestly, most of the quests are rewarding. Like the shrines. I didn't mind doing the shrines. They give you good rewards for doing them. Besides upgrading your character, they give you good loot inside the shrines. They're fun puzzles. They're really fun puzzles. And you get rewards for doing them. I don't want to collect 900 seeds for no reward. That's the thing. Like, if they gave you a worthwhile reward for doing it, I would do it. They don't.
Oh. Hmm. Hmm.
But you can play this game. You can play this game for hours and hours and hours and not even have scratched the surface of what it has to offer.
Oh.
But conversely, if you just want a game where you go from A to B, this is not for you. There's a game about getting lost. Like I said, if you go into this game with the mindset of, I'm going to beat this, you're not really playing it how you should play it, and you're not really going to enjoy it. This is a game that's meant to be experienced. Like, this is a game where it's not the destination, it really is the journey. I don't know. I mean, you get a reward for doing a chunk of them. Like I said, when you get seeds, in the start of the game, you can only hold so many bows, so many swords, so many shields, and you get more. But it's like, quickly, it stops giving you rewards. So, unless you're going for 100% in the sense of doing absolutely everything, I would suggest getting some of the seeds to upgrade your inventory, and then just not getting them all. Because it's handy to do some of them so you can hold more items, but it's very real, like, you'll probably have all of the ones you need by the time you collected 100. Do you see what I mean? Like, they give you rewards at first, but I'm saying the vast majority of them are optional and there's no point. Headshot, bitch! See, like, this game has so many cool touches. Like, the fact that when you find enemies at camps, they're chilling around the camp, they put their weapons down. So you can surprise them and beat them before they get their weapons. I love shit like that. Oh, sweet. Better sword. See, I can't carry any more bows. But you talk to the guy, you can give him seeds, you can upgrade that. So I would say just collect seeds along the way. Unless you're going for 100%, call it a day. Also, as far as I know, there's no way to track how many seeds you've gotten. So, that in and of itself was a fucking nightmare. If you're gonna give me a shit ton of fucking shrines, or, I'm sorry, a shit ton of collectibles, you need to tell me how many of each there is. And let me keep track of it, okay? Like the shrines, right? There's 120 shrines, but whenever you go into any load screen, it tells you in the corner of the screen, yeah, to follow you as an ally, yeah. That's cool. There's an amiibo for a lot of things in this game, but I thought amiibos were super expensive, and I never fucked with them. But you can. He follows you around and fights with you. It's cool. You can also get Epona and stuff. So, stuff like that's really cool, but you don't need any of that. Like, the game is more than filled with stuff. But, for the shrines, they make it really easy to see how many shrines you've done. They are on your map, and they tell you if they're complete or not. You can literally go to any shrine on your map. You've done this. You haven't done this. And then on your screen, they literally tell you, on any loading screen for the game, how many shrines you've done. So with the shrines, it's really easy to say, oh, I've done this one, I've done that one. And in fact, it's really easy because the ones you haven't done are red. So if there's any shrine you have done, you can literally just pop over them with the map. Done. With the seeds, there's no way to track them. So, like, imagine you get 899 seeds. And then you can't find the 900th one. That is going to be a fucking nightmare. But the genius of this is the way that the exploration is the point, and it's the gameplay loop. Like I said, you explore, and you upgrade your stamina, which allows you to explore further. You get more stamina, you can run longer, you can swim longer, you can climb higher. Because you can climb anything in this game, anything. Link is basically Spider-Man in this game. He sticks to anything. Yeah. See? You can stick to anything. The only limitation is your stamina. So by increasing your stamina, you're increasing where you can go. So, you explore, which gives you more shit to explore more. Oh, hey, Elijah Gooley. Yeah. See, I can't do that. You... Oh my god, you are a champ. Like I said, I would never get all the Korok seeds. Like I said, I would just grab a couple so you can get a decent amount of carry rate for your stuff, and then I would quit it. I'm not doing 900 Korok seeds. Like I said, I did pretty much every side quest. I did all the shrines, all 120 shrines. Maxed out my fucking stamina and my hearts. Discovered pretty much every location. I can't do the shrines, man. But I'm not, to you who did it, I applaud, you deserve a hand. Magnesis trial. And you get these really cool powers, that change how you play the world. And you pretty much get them all away. In typical Zelda games, you have to get, here's a gadget for dungeon, here's a gadget for dungeon. You pretty much get your whole toolkit right after the prologue. So it's more about how you play with it. And I will say that's the strength of this game, is the sheer amount of shit you can fuck with. Like this, Magnesis. It lets you manipulate anything that's metal. Well, see, that just goes to show you, you know how they say there's always a bigger fish? Anytime I think I'm a hardcore Zelda fan, I see people like you, and then I realize that I'm shit. But see, you can literally grab anything metallic and mess with it. And that's not limited to this shrine. So, like, rather than give you, like, a set gadget in typical Zelda games, they give you a tool and let you fuck with it however you want to fuck with it. And it's all governed. It's all governed by systems. There's actual wind systems. There's fire systems. Fire will spread. You can use the wind to affect things. Everything has physics. Like, this is like the definition of a hub sandbox. I'm still rusty. In my defense, though, I have done a lot of good stuff in Zelda, not just Breath of the Wild. I have 100% completed Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. The fact that you remember where most of them are is actually really good, though. See? I think the shrines in this game are beautiful. They distill that vibe of Zelda, solving puzzles, but they put it into a compact format. While upgrading you. And so they managed to distill that Zelda experience into a miniature bite-sized thing. And none of the shrines ever feel padded. Like, you think with 120 that they might know. They literally, you'll still be seeing a new one. A new tool, a new this, a new that. Like, they don't ever feel like, oh hey, here's some padding, fuck you. Like, it's great. Each shrine usually has a treasure chest hidden in it. I'm gonna try to get that. Usually it's good loot. So it's like an optional thing in each shrine. Oh yeah, it's up there. I think. Jesus Christ, that's insane. Skyward Sword's fucking phenomenal. Skyward Sword got a lot of hate for whatever fucking reason. Although it's actually become, yeah, it's up here I think. Oh no! Oh, okay. That's right. You grab it with Magnesis. Skyward Sword seems to have got a lot of hate when it first came out. Fuck. Hold on. Let me make some space. But I swear that's how most Zeldas are now. For some reason I don't understand. A Zelda game will come out and people are like, yeah, it just fucking sucks. And then 10 years later, man, this Zelda game is actually really good, guys. Like, same happened with Wind Waker. Everybody was like, fuck Wind Waker, I don't like that Toon Link bullshit. And then, when Wind Waker HD came out, oh my god, I'm so happy to see Toon Link! Which I want to say, by the way, I always liked Wind Waker. I played it at launch and I always liked it. I'm not one of those people who suddenly liked it. Like, I liked Skyward Sword at launch. I didn't like it when it suddenly became popular to do so. Now there's a bunch of people saying, yes, thank you, Ben. Thank you. You get it perfectly. It takes a little bit to get going, but it is a great fucking Zelda game. And it's the last traditional Zelda game. The story is my favorite story of any Zelda game. I won't spoil it for you, because if you've never played it, you deserve to go in blind. But it is the Zelda game with the most connections to other Zelda games in the timeline. And it's one of the first Zelda games where it feels like they actually thought about the Zelda timeline, and it wasn't an afterthought. The whole point of Skyward Sword is to show you how the Zelda series started. It's the earliest in the timeline, literally, and it shows you where everything got started. So if you're a fan of Zelda lore, there are parts, as I am, that made me fucking giddy. And then, there's great characters. It has my favorite... Sorry, I moved my chair a little bit. Got pushed back. It has my favorite version of Zelda. I don't really like Skyward Sword... I don't really like Breath of the Wild Zelda. She's annoying to me. But I really, really, really like Skyward Sword Zelda. And it has the best combat in the whole series. Normally, combat in Zelda is okay. It's, like, not bad, but it's not the focus, obviously. Combat's just a part of the experience. But because a big draw of Skyward Sword was the Wii Remote at the time, they really leaned in on the combat mechanics. In a way that no other Zelda game has before or after. It's not all combat, don't get me wrong. It's not like, oh my god, there's no... Yeah, exactly, thank you. Snout Boy, it's funny. Yeah, running around with the... Yeah, God, he grossed me out as a kid. I'm like, dude, blow your fucking nose, dog. So, Skyward Sword has the best fucking combat in the series. And the best boss fights. The boss fights in Skyward Sword are phenomenal. Without a doubt, my favorite boss fights in Zelda. Because they really focused in the swordplay. You know, and at the time, you had to have a special Wii Remote, which, by the way, I still have. I still have the limited edition gold Zelda Wii Remotes in my closet. I don't even use it now because I want to keep it intact, but it's fucking amazing. It had Wii Motion Plus built in. And it was the first game, I think, that really made good use of the Wii Motion Controls. They did not live up to the promise. Most games didn't use them, and the ones that did were shitty. A couple did, but they were limited, and even Nintendo's games didn't use them effectively for a lot of them. Like Mario Galaxy, it's a pointer on the screen. You could do that with the right stick. But Skyward Sword, they were determined to fully make use of the motion controls. And the motion controls were fucking dope. It was the first time I ever played a game with motion controls that I liked it. And it really showed me the potential... the potential was there. How, for the Wii. And the Skyward Sword HD, great port, by the way. Because you can play it with the Joy-Cons, and it has the same motion controls, or you can play it with the controls, and there's a whole other control scheme. But yeah, sorry, hold on. It is good, and it is like actual swordplay. They make you swipe in particular directions. The bosses can read your directions that you're moving the sword, so you actually have to vary up your attacks, and they actually move the directions. It's good. Okay, so... I'm reading back what you said. Sorry, 1 second. Let me open up my YouTube chat. I was in the middle of a tangent. My particular brand of autism... I'm autistic, by the way. I have to finish my thought, or I go crazy. Like, once I get into a tangent, I have to finish it. So, I saw what you're saying. Oh, yeah. It actually is, Ben. It's really simple. If you play it on the Pro controller, you just use the sword with the right stick, so it loses no functionality. And they've actually, the original game had no camera control, because the Wii didn't have a second analog stick. They actually added fully rotatable camera. That alone makes it worth getting the HD version. just to be able to have a full camera instead of just a Z targeting to look ahead. But hold on. The original game. Okay, I'm rereading everything you said. Okay. You don't like Wind Waker. The physics are weird. The physics are kind of weird, I agree. Although there's not much of an emphasis on the physics. Starboy's gross. Yeah. Yeah, he is gross. Even as a kid. Big heads make the mass transfer lose my head wrong and see things weird. Well, I can't comment on that. And then Ben said that he thought that it was unfinished. It literally was, by the way. They had planned to do 2 more dungeons that actually got pushed into Twilight Princess. The Wind Temple and something else. And, like, the first temple you go to, the Forest Temple, in Twilight Princess was originally supposed to be in Wind Waker. So, yeah, it was literally unfinished. They were just trying to get out. Same thing happened with Mario Sunshine. There's a bunch of levels cut from Mario Sunshine that people found data in because... the GameCube was really struggling. And they were desperate to get out these big first-party games to try and turn it around. So both Mario Sunshine and Wind Waker both got put on the floor early. And, you know, Nintendo doesn't release buggy games, so instead of releasing all the content and it being buggy, they just started chopping shit. Like, literally, Mario Sunshine. I agree. That's fair. Oh, that's right. I meant to drop the bow. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me just get rid of one of my shitty bows. Here we go. So, Mario Sunshine was literally supposed to have twice as many levels as it did. And it was just an unfortunate thing at the time. But at least they kept the ideas and used them in Twilight Princess, which... hot take, I guess? Maybe unhot take? I don't know. Twilight Princess is my favorite Zelda game. Full stop. I like a lot of Zelda games. And I play a lot of Zelda games, but Twilight Princess, for me, rules the roost. And the fact that Nintendo still has not re-released Twilight Princess on Switch is so fucking weird. And then they finally give us a fucking Wind Waker, but it's the shitty fucking original GameCube version. The HD version made so many improvements. The HD version is so good it's hard to go back. And it's got problems, like high input lag. From what I've heard, the GameCube emulation on Switch leaves a lot to be desired. So... No, I know. I liked it when it came out. I really like the dark world. And the dark focus. It's, to this day, I would say Twilight Princess is the darkest Zelda game. Because they told Shigeru Miyamoto and Eiji Aonuma, I apologize if I missaid, they told them, okay, American fans really didn't like the cell shading. So we need you to go back to Ocarina of Time's aesthetic. And, because they like more mature. And Shigeru and Eiji don't like copying themselves and doing the same thing twice. So, okay, he's like, okay, you want dark? I'm not going to redo Ocarina. Instead, we're going to focus on the dark. And that's why, out of this day, it's still the darkest Zelda game. The most mature, the most realistic art style, because rather than just doing the same thing twice, like, we're going to fucking lean into that shit. And for me, I kind of like it. I know, like, you know, a lot of Zelda games are whimsy, but it feels like a dark fairy tale to me, like a classic fairy tale. Like, it still feels like Zelda. It still feels like a fairy tale, like Zelda, you know, is usually like a legend. But it feels like a dark legend, like the type of fairy tale they used to tell their kids. Yeah, true. And, yeah, well, I mean, it's true, it is the safest 3D one because it made the blueprint, you know what I mean? Ocarina of Time will always be my favorite. And also because out of all the Zelda games, I think Ocarina of Time still has the moment that caught me off guard the most. The fucking Shadow Temple. Dude, what the fuck? Like, that game is, for the most part, pretty light. And then you get to the Shadow Temple in Ocarina of Time, and you're like, oh my god! Yeah. And there's a treasure chest here. Oh, there's multiple treasure chests here. Nice! Ah, fucking fish. I'm interested to see what they do with the next Zelda game, even though it'll probably be many years away unless they had another team working on it. There's usually 5 or 6 years between Zelda games. There were 6 years between Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild, and then there were 6 years between Breath and Tears. So, but then, you know, I could see where they wanted a Zelda game there. It's just, you know, like, I like Tears of the Kingdom a lot. Don't get me wrong, I was just talking a bit about how much I like Tears of the Kingdom. But it still felt like more of an extension of Breath of the Wild, whereas I wanted an entirely new Zelda game for Switch. And it didn't even showcase... None of the Zelda games showcased... Oh, it's a metal wall, that's cool. None of the Zelda games showcased... what Switch could do. Because... I'm sorry, not Skyward Sword. I can't talk today. I swear to God. Breath of the Wild was made for Wii U. It's literally, they changed virtually nothing. It was 720p on, Wii U, and it's 900p on Switch. That's all they changed. Literally, it was the definition of a dirty port. And it was fine because, you know, Breath of the Wild was so good and nobody owned a Wii U, but it didn't exactly push Switch, even by Switch standards, because it was really a Wii U game. And then they upgraded the frame rate later on, because at first, the Switch version even lagged real badly in towns and stuff, because the Breath of the Wild pushed the Wii U to the limit. It was a really advanced game for Wii U. And so, the Switch version, people hoped it would help it, and it didn't. And then they updated it. Now it's pretty much a lock 30. Which, I mean, better late than never. But then Tears of the Kingdom improved somewhat. But they're still basically using the same tech from Breath of the Wild. So it didn't really push the Switch. You know, so it kind of missed opportunity. So they already said they're not going to do a sequel to Tears of the Kingdom. Because, like, what if we do a third game? They're like, no, we're not. We're moving on. Just like, people are like, are you going to do DLC? And they're like, no. Because Tears of the Kingdom was meant to be a DLC, and then they got carried away, and they're like, fuck it. Let's just make a full game, because they just all had all these ideas. That's cool. But, so, whenever the Zelda game for Switch 2 comes out, it'll be, not only will it be a brand new Zelda with a new world, and have that thrill of discovery back, but it will show a whole new generation of tech. Which is what I've been waiting for. I also can't wait for, I also can't wait for, whatever Xenoblade game comes out, or whatever Monolith Soft game comes out for Switch 2. I love Xenoblade Chronicles. It's like one of my all-time favorite games. And just about anything from Monolith Soft is fucking awesome. You would not believe your eyes if 10,000 fireflies. Oh god, now I feel so old saying that. Okay, do I want to go? Okay, well, that's all the way up on the mountain, so... Yeah, let's go that way. And I also love how in this game you can shield surf down hills. Gnarly, dude! Or the enemies sleep at night. Or the enemies will even try to hunt wildlife to kill them. I love shit like that. Let me check the chat, make sure you guys are still there. I'm going to slow to update. Okay, gotcha. Wow, because you guys don't even say that's fine, but I have to double check. Sometimes I can have streaming issues. Whee! Which, not gonna lie, shield surfing is pretty fucking sick. Oh, hey, a seed. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, it's not like a ripoff, I'm going to say, but still, there's not that excitement of finding a whole new Hyrule. Do you know what I mean? I'm not, like, just saying it's just more of the same. It's not. Like, they switch it up and add all kinds of stuff. The Sky Islands, the different powers, changes how you play. But I'm saying it doesn't have that feeling of freshness. Of a whole new Hyrule, a whole new era. Physics, bitch! See, I just love doing shit like that. Yeah. You know, like, the first time you play a brand new Zelda game, it all feels new. It's an entirely new Hyrule. The rules are different, the vibe is different. Whereas, while Tears of the Kingdom still felt like its own game, it still felt more iterative. You know what I mean? It was like, look at the leap from Wind Waker to Twilight Princess. It was like a quantum leap, whereas that was more iterative. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I kind of miss that vibe of a whole new Hyrule, that seeing that for the first time. As well as the fact that because they basically stuck with the tech from Breath of the Wild. They were 2 generations behind. You know what I mean? They weren't even pushing Switch. So I'm assuming for the forthcoming Zelda game, brand new technology. So it'll be a massive leap. Like, I mean, obviously, you'd hope there would be a leap going from Switch 1 to Switch 2, but honestly, it's more like they're switching 2 generations because they're going from a generation behind to this generation. So it's like an extra big leap this time. Also, my main request... Okay, no, scratch that. I have 2 main requests for the next new Zelda game whenever it comes out. My main wishes are this. Number 1, have traditional Zelda dungeons. I like the shrines, and the divine beasts are okay, but there's just nothing like your traditional Zelda dungeon. And they definitely made an improvement on that in Tears of the Kingdom, but it's just not the same. You know, like, traditional Zelda dungeons are just fucking amazing. Like, keep the shrines, keep the open world, but give us those big traditional dungeons. That's my first wish. And my second wish, give us a bunch of towns that are big and alive. I understand what they're going for in this Zelda, that it's a king world, but I want a big fucking settlement, man. They've yet to do, like, a full city in a Zelda game. Hell, they don't even do something as big as, say, Castletown from Twilight Princess in this. And like I said, I get why, but I want to see them do a full city. Like, imagine them doing a full city of Hyrule. Castletown, like a big-ass city, but with Breath of the Wild gameplay, where you could enter every building and climb every building. That'd be amazing. Because the towns that are in this game are really good. I love actually being able to literally go into every building. That's sick. But you get some small towns and that's it. I want a big settlement. So I hope whatever Zelda game they have next, that it's not in an apocalyptic world like this. I want to see a Hyrule that's very much alive. Especially with the last 2 Zelda games showing Hyrule in decline. I kind of want to go back to bright, lively, you know, busy Hyrule. And I think doing 3 games in a row set in a decayed Hyrule would just be a mistake. Oh, man. Yeah, that would be great. But at this point, it just seems like all rare stuff is forgotten. Donkey Kong is one of those... Donkey Kong is one of those series that gets neglected by Nintendo. That's my problem with Nintendo. Other game series like Pokemon, Mario, you fucking sneeze and you'll get a new Mario game, a new Pokemon, but, you know, you're waiting fucking decades between Mario, decades between Metroid games, decade between fucking Donkey Kong games. Like, okay, we got Donkey Kong Bonanza, which I've heard is good. I don't have a Switch 2, so, but it does look good. But that was, what, 2025? Well, the last game before that was 2014. So we go 10 or 11 years between Donkey Kong Country games. Or Donkey Kong games, I guess, because Bonanza's technically not country. That's what I'm saying. So it's so frustrating how, like so many Nintendo series, they'll just spam, and then they just forget they exist. And Diddy's even lower on the totem pole. Well, that's what I'm saying. They've done it before, man. In other Zelda games, like, the world was very much alive. But if Link doesn't do it, the world will die. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have to lessen the stakes to have the world be alive. Sweet. Ah, of course it is. Fuck me. Well, I will say modern Pokemon games are not good. I will agree with you there. I think that the last good Pokemon game was Sword and Shield. That it felt like they were trying. It may not have been the best game, but it felt like they were trying. After that, they just fucked up. ZA, Scarlet Violet, terrible. And Mario, I like Mario on the NES, of course, that's a classic, but I disagree with you there when you're saying it's the best. I love Mario. Although also, unfortunately, my favorite Mario games are the 3D open sandbox Mario games, which are the one Mario game they don't spam. Like, they'll give you another 2D Mario game every time you sneeze. They'll give you Mario Sports, but you gotta wait if you want a good 3D Mario game. Shit. Yeah. Well, I would recommend that you change that. Well, it just depends on what your opinion on 3D platformers is. I fucking love me a good 3D platformer, man. Love me a good 3D platformer. Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro. There's nothing better than a good 3D platformer. And I think the Mario 3D platformers are the best. They're fucking awesome. If nothing else, if you can't be bothered to get into the older ones, just play Mario Odyssey. It is one of the finest made 3D platformers known to mankind. That game is so fucking good, it's scary. That's the thing, is like, Nintendo will do a 2D Mario game every time they sneeze, but you have to wait. Jak Series, fuck yeah. There we go, buddy. I love Jak and Daxter. I've 100% completed the Precursor Legacy on every system except for Vita, because the Vita port is notoriously awful. Never played on Vita. It's like hard capped to 15 frames a second, when it was 60 on PS2. Notoriously one of the worst ports ever made, for some reason. But PS3 I had the Platinum, PS4 I had the Platinum. The new PS4 version I had the Platinum, PS5 I had the Platinum. Pretty much every system that you can have a Platinum for Jak and Daxter 1 I do. I can get the Platinum in like 6 hours. Like, I know the original Jak and Daxter, like the inside, like the back of my hand. I grew up playing it. My favorite is Jak 3. Jak 3 is fucking sick. Says my controller battery's low. Hold on. Am I charging it now? Is it? Oh, is it? It's not telling me if it's charging. Oh, I hope it's fucking charging. Does it? Well, we'll see, I guess. Yeah. I like Naughty Dog. I know everybody bitches about The Last of Us 2. And there's certain parts of it I don't like, but from a sheer gameplay perspective, The Last of Us 2 is immaculate. Like, I tell people, even if you hate the story in The Last of Us 2, its gameplay is perfection. It is one of the best playing games I've ever played. And graphically, it was amazingly beautiful, as Naughty does. So, like, even if you hate the story, I would still play The Last of Us 2 just for the gameplay. It's one of the best, most realistic it's one of the best games I've ever played when it comes to realistic, gritty take on survival. The animations, the gameplay feel, I mean, fuck, it feels good. I don't think Naughty Dog's ever done a bad game. Obviously, I like some more than others. But, you know, they did the Crash Bandicoot trilogy. All-time classic Crash Bandicoot 3. Warped! It's one of my favorite games. The Uncharted, all 4 of their Uncharted games, because they didn't do the Golden Abyss. Ben Studio did. It's still a good game, but they didn't do it. But all 4 of the Uncharted games, fantastic. Lost Legacy is more of a DLC, but it's fantastic. Last of Us is one of my all-time favorite games. Last of Us 2, I still think is a great game, gameplay-wise. Like I said, I don't think they've ever actually done a bad game. Shit, I went all this time without wicking that fucker. Oh no, he killed me. Ha. That's funny. Same with Insomniac. I don't think Insomniac has ever made a bad game either. And I mean, they've been neck and neck contemporaries. Yeah. Or how if you leave it out in the cold, it turns frosty. I feel like that's really cool. That's basically how I make money in this game. I go up to the Hebra, and there's like at the foot of the Hebra Mountains, there's just premium steak, and I just go along there with the horse and kill the meat and cook it, and gourmet meat sticks and sell it. That was like the main way that I made money. Or going back to a couple of those rock formation dudes and doing them. I disagree with people who think this game is perfect, though. I like this game a lot, but first of all, no game is perfect, for one. And for two, there's lots of things about this game I don't like. I'm not a big fan of the weapon durability system, honestly. I get it. That they were trying to encourage you to use different weapons. But I think they went about it the wrong way. And furthermore, this game, most of the Zelda games have had RPG elements. I would never say they're RPG for certain, but they've been RPG adjacent. And I would say more than any of the other games, Tears of the Kingdom, I don't really mess with the glitches. I just play it how it's meant to be played. But this game and Tears of the Kingdom is a suggestion. Yeah. This game and Tears of the Kingdom go harder into the RPG elements than any other game in the series. And the entire point of an RPG is the acquisition of stuff, building up your gear. So having your weapons constantly break kind of undermines what they were going for. I honestly would have been fine with them doing weapon durability if they had allowed you to repair the weapons. Like, if they just allowed you to repair the weapons once they broke, I would be fine. That one change. But it actually, for me, it lessens the thrill of discovery. Because in a typical game, you find a really good weapon, you're like, oh my god, it's a good weapon, holy shit. In this game, it's like, great, I get to use it for 5 minutes. Like, I would rather them have less weapons if it meant that when you found a weapon, it was permanently yours and it was a big deal. That's just my thing, though. I don't hate it. I still like the game, but I'm not a fan of the way they handle the weapons. I never have been. Ooh, pitchfork. Time to lynch those motherfuckers! Oh yeah, like I said. It's a dealer's choice. I know plenty of people like it. I'm just saying I don't really like it. That's a spicy meatball. So you can't sleep in his bed. Yeah, that's true. But I'm not really playing this for realism, to be honest with you, you know what I mean? I don't really play Zelda for realism. I'm gonna sleep till morning, that way I have the most time for daylight. Also, some of these swords in this game are downright fucking magical. So it's like, I feel like the regular rules shouldn't apply. You get the sword that's like all mystical looking in gold. Shit, I did it wrong. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! That's funny. Sweet. Another thing I really dislike about this game is the restriction on sprinting. You can upgrade your stamina a lot for climbing, like it goes a lot farther, but for sprinting you can barely sprint more than you could by the end of the game. Like, I remember when I had the max stamina bar, comparing it, and I think you can sprint for 3 seconds at the start and 9 by the end. Ooh, whoop-de-doo. Like, they shouldn't limit sprinting as much. I get limiting it for climbing and shit, because that's how far you can go, but man, having to sit there and constantly wait for your stamina bar to refill just sucks. honestly don't think there should be a limit for that in games. Just let me sprint infinitely. It's not even more of a critique on Zelda, that's a critique on games in general. Like, having a stamina bar so you can't spam attacks, cool. I get that. But, like, in an open world game where you're running so much like this, don't make me sit there and have to catch my breath every 5 fucking seconds. And they penalize you for jumping while you're climbing, because you spend more stamina than if you would have climbed that the regular way. Like, I can understand. I'm trying to figure out the way to put this, okay? So, if, for example, you climbed and you move 3 times faster when you're jumping up the hill, and you spent 3 times stamina, that's fair. You're moving faster, so you're spending more stamina. You spend stamina more quickly, whistle sprint, or yeah, you sprint, when you go more quickly up a wall, you actually lose more stamina than if you had taken the time to climb up there. So it's like the game is trying to punish you for moving faster. And of course, I'm glad there are exploits, like you mentioned, but the base game is designed to punish you for trying to climb faster. And I find that to be tedious. And then there's just things in this game that I just dislike because they're realistic, but I think that enjoyment should come over realism. Like having to go back to a fucking horse until you find the ancient saddle, which, or if you didn't have the DLC, fuck you. I'll look into that then. Having to go back to a ranch or horse stable to get your horse, I fucking hate that. And it means that your horse is only usable in a select bit of places. I have seen people do that. Well, fuck. Well, that's one way to go about it. Oh, shit. Hopefully that works. Oh, thank fuck. God. I'll get rid of one of the Baco shields. That one's almost broken anyway. No, it still says low battery. Why is it not charging? What the fuck? I know this charger works. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, God, I'll just... Maybe if I use this cord... Nintendo, this shit's temperamental. There we go, now it's charging. Thank God. I don't know why. I literally was using that charger to plug my phone earlier. It worked fine. And it's the same type of plug. But Switch stuff is just like that. It's like Apple. Oh, hey, it's good to see you, man. Oh, there's a storm there? That sucks, dude. I know that feels. We got hit by a winter storm real bad. It's starting to lighten up here. The weather's finally starting to be nice here. It was not. All of December and January was fucking hell. And I gotta plug my computer up as well, because using the capture card drains it. Quick. Okay. There we go. May the goddess smile upon ye. May the goddess smile upon ye. Okay, we only have one more shrine. Oh shit, that's right. If I'm not mistaken, you need spicy peppers. Actually, hold on. I forgot about that. I could just use a wooden club to keep my character warm. There's many different ways to get the warm doublet. Wait a minute. I forgot about the black, yeah. The black bokoblins. It's kind of weird that the black bokoblins or bokoboblins, however you want to say them, are tougher and, more hardened than the regular bokoblins. That might be a bit of racism. It's always the inner city bokoblins, man. Shit. Yeah, I might need to just avoid him. Those black ones are really tough when you have very low armor. I'll try one more time, and if I die, I'll just say fuck it. I mean, he's not in the way of anything I need. Ah, that's funny. Don't try it, Anakin. Shit. Of course, it kind of pisses me off that I had fire, and then when I reset the checkpoint, I didn't have it anymore, and there's no way to conceivably go back and get it, so that's fucking hunky-dory. Oh yeah, I could have gone back and got it, but it hurt me more to get it. Everybody is surfing in the USA. Oh, you motherfuckers. What dicks. Oh, fucking wow. Wow, that's... I had to record that clip because I was sitting there with him and the froze like with the club, man. That's an all-time great fucking death screen. Cryonis. Shit. I do wish they had more environmental variety in the dungeons, though. Like, the dungeons themselves, the layouts, they don't have recycled the layouts. But I wish they had more aesthetics. Like, just a couple different tile sets, I guess you could say, instead of all having the same visual aesthetic. That got old. Even if the puzzles were engaging, like, just having a couple, like, each region could have, like, a look or something.
Oh!
I'm pretty sure if you get all the way up to this top peak, he gives you the doublet. Yo, baby! Are you from Ireland? Cause you got my penis Dublin! Oh, I love shitty pickup lines. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Oh, and then I died. At least I didn't die that time. Alright, well, I spoke too soon. Oh, fuck it. The best things to cook? There's stuff that gives you much higher health. There's stuff that gives you all your health full and extra hearts. Like, there's a lot of shit to cook in this game, honestly. Oh, come on! I was doing so well. I'll try one more time, if not, I'll just teleport back. Fuck me. Well, it's because, you know, Tears came much later. Tears came much more into the lifespan of the system. And Tears, kind of was people who liked the game, dude. You know? With the sequel, you kind of whittled it away. Only the hardcore fans come back. And, Breath of the Wild was the Switch game that it launched with. So, shit. Everybody who got a Switch, that's pretty much what they had to play. They jokingly called the Switch the Breath of the Wild machine for the first 6 months. Oh, no, wait a minute. I think you have to throw an item into that, if I'm not mistaken. I think it might be the sword, actually. Or I could be mistaken. There's a stone, and it doesn't really matter. Trying to grab some of this fish. The fuck? Oh my god. Fucking fish. Oh, I'm about to drown. No, at least it didn't kill me. Oh, fucking fish. I wonder, can I use the bomb to blow up the fish? Yep, you can. Sweet! Basically the Hyrule equivalent of dynamite fishing. Kiss my bass hole! For the record, I think that Tears of the Kingdom is the better game. It does what a proper sequel should do, and they greatly build on everything that was good about this game. It's deeper in all the right ways, and they improve a lot of mechanics. It's just that for Tears of the Kingdom, only the hardcore fans cared. Whereas kind of Breath of the Wild had that mass appeal where people who weren't even into Zelda got that for the Switch. Really, bro? I always prioritize upgrading my stamina or upgrading hearts. Because with stamina, you can explore more and do more. Whee!
Oh! Hmm.
See, like, not for sprinting, but just that one upgrade to your stamina allows you to climb a lot further. See? So early on in the game, it really helps to buff your stamina, because one heart isn't really going to do you much good, but an extra chunk of your stamina will let you go a lot farther gliding or climbing or swimming. So early on, I always prioritize upgrading my stamina. Well, it's up to you. There's arguments for both.
Well done there, young one. The time has come to show you who I truly am.
And tell you to get in my van.
Rome boss Faramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule. A kingdom which no longer exists. The great calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path. Lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
It all started when we shot an ape.
To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon passed from generation to generation in the form of legends. But there was also prophecy. The signs of the resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away, using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon.
But nay.
Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the guardians of the divine beasts, turned them against us. The champions lost their lives. Those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed before the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by calamity. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Somehow, Ganon returned.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Oh yeah, paraglider, baby! Save, destroy again, and I can just head to the end right away. I almost made it. I can swing back by his cabin to get the warm doublet. I believe I can glide. Now we're cooking. Usually the first thing I do is go and start doing the towers. Ugh. And I forgot when it rains, it makes it harder to climb. Oh, shit. Fuck. All the way up. Nothing can stop Link. Meow, meow. Oh shit, come on. Oh, thank fuck, wow. I'm sorry, you want some of this? Oh, fuck. Oh, well, shit happens. Come on. Damn it. Wow. Yeah. 20 each. Yeah. Which, by the way, you can talk about ROM-X, you can talk about emulators and all that, but you can't say where to get the ROMs. In my channel or yours. By the way, it gets you in trouble, just so you know. But yeah. $20 a piece. What the fuck, man? Sweet, another shrine. Dude, a fucking almost every single cell phone on the market right now. You could have a shit smartphone, dude, and it'd still probably be powerful enough to emulate Game Boy. No shit. Yeah, that's true. But I guarantee you, they could just make them $5 a piece, $10 a piece, and they still make bank. Nintendo, honestly, is like the most anti-consumer company out of all of them. Although I'm not really happy with Sony right now either. They just shut down fucking Blue Point. That really bothers me. They were an amazing game studio. And they did the Shadow of the Colossus remake, the Demon's Souls remake, and then Sony put them on some fucking live service game, and then because Concord did bad, they canceled it. And then canceled it, so they wasted Bluepoint's time offering them to make a game they don't normally make, that nobody wanted them to make, and then they canceled it without even giving it the chance to come out, and then, you know, killed the company. And I really like that company, so I'm really upset about that. That just happened today. They should have just let them keep making remakes. Oh, fuck. That was what they were good at. Instead, they basically made that game company do a game that nobody wanted, and then killed them. It really upsets me. It's the same thing Microsoft did to fucking Fable. With Lionhead Studios, the original Fable guys. Yeah, well, yeah, them too. I forgot about that. Because, they did the first 3 Fables, and people really liked them. I loved them. Big, huge Fable fan. And then they made them spend years on fucking spin-offs to Fable that nobody wanted. They made them do Fable Connect, or Fable Journey, which was fucking terrible. Nobody wanted a Fable Connect game. Then they made them do Fable Legends, I think they would call it, Fable Heroes? Something like that, when it was like this shitty arcade game nobody wanted. And then the game they were in the middle of developing before they went bust was supposed to be an isometric hero shooter thing with Fable. And was that Fable Heroes? One of them. And they made them spend about 6 years on that. And then right before it came out, like literally it's 95% done, they canceled it. And because they had sunk, because Lionhead Studios had sunk all of their money into making Fable Heroes, even though they didn't want to make it, Microsoft literally made them make it because they were trying to catch up on the Overwatch trend. When the game wasn't even allowed to come out because Microsoft decided to pass on it, they wasted all their money. So basically, literally, Microsoft ran them into the fucking ground. And people are like, where the fuck did, where the fuck did the original Fable guys go? I wish they were here to make the Fable. Like, me too. Microsoft killed them. They literally ran them into the ground and killed them. Oh shit, wow. And then Rare, yeah. Shit. And then after making... after making Rare do Everwild for how many years, they canceled it. So, such a fucking waste. When Microsoft bought Rare... When Microsoft bought Rare, dude, they were literally one of the most sought-after companies in the world. And they ran them into the fucking ground. And they maybe only got to do a couple of good games. Yeah, Perfect Dark, Banjo, Jet Force Gemini. Yeah, totally, I agree. Dude, even series that, like, Cameo.
Ah.
That's funny.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Ah. Hmm. Oh.
I like Cameo for what it was, yeah. And it could have been the start of a series.
Oh. Ah.
Hell, even Grab by the Ghoulies. They wanted to make that a traditional platforming game, but Microsoft wanted them to make a game as soon as possible. They had to strip it down into the kind of like beat 'em all we saw now. Like, I would have liked Grab by the Ghoulies a lot more if it had been like a classic platformer with those same levels. Damn it. But, you know, it's just like, okay, Blue Point was on a roll. It wasn't like they were struggling, you know? They did Shadow of the Colossus remake. Fuck. Got awesome reviews, sold well. They did the Demon's Souls remake. Awesome PS1 launch title. Did really well for a launch title. So it's like, why didn't they just let them keep doing what they were doing? Instead, they made them do a type of game that they never had any experience for. And if you're going to do that, if you're going to say, okay, we're going to make a live service game, let it at least come out. So it's like, after taking them away from where they were doing successful, they didn't even let them do their new game. So it's not like they tried to do it and they failed. They literally didn't even get a chance. And it's like, you fucked them. And if they had just let them keep making remakes of classic Sony properties, they'd still be around right now. They filled a unique niche. There's plenty of classic Sony games they could have remade. Hell, they're currently remaking the first 3 God of War games. I don't know if you heard about that. They're not remastering them; they're remaking them. I'm excited for that. But fucking Blue Point could have done that. They're remaking the original God of War games. The original God of War trilogy. And I mean, the original God of War HD remasters, which were like the first HD remasters that kicked off the trend of HD remasters, were made by Blue Point. Blue Point, before they remade games, they remastered them. They arguably kicked off the whole remaster trend that's going on now to this day. So, if anybody should have remade the God of War games, it should have been them. They could have done that. If they hadn't been forced to make games that nobody fucking wanted. And I'm happy that they're remaking the classic God of War games, because they're pretty old now. And it would be great to see them modernized, but, you know, it sucks because it could have been fucking Bluepoint that did that. That was their thing. Shit. The perfect plan. Sweet. Let me get rid of this club. Nice. That makes you run a lot faster. 5 minutes. God damn it. Yeah, I need to upgrade my inventory space. I don't have a lot of space right now. I'm gonna try to get the towers as soon as I can to have the map filled out. Damn it. Come on. Fuck. See, it's hard to climb up places in the beginning. It becomes much easier once you get more stamina. So in that way, it's like the more you explore, the more you can explore. And that's what I'm saying. It's really easy and enjoyable to get caught in a feedback loop where, oh, I explore. Oh, I explore. Now I can explore more. Now I can explore more. Until 100 hours have passed. That's what this game excels at, that feeling of one more. That beeping is driving me crazy. I know there's a shrine up here. There's a shrine on each side of the peak. And see, it's kind of interesting. One of the things they did with Kakariko Village, all the Impas, or the Sheikah in this game, have Asian vibe to them. They're Japanese. And this mountain set that surrounds Kakariko Village is a real mountain range in Japan. I forget what they call it. Other than that, if you drop a stone on them, the sound they make. Oh! Oh, fuck, I remember this. Yeah. I forget there's a solution. Oh, never mind. You get the answer for this one in the other shrine. I forgot about that. That's super cool. See, they do cool shit like that. Hopefully I'll have enough stamina to make it to the top of this bitch. Fuck. Well, at least I found some treasure. And you can actually, I'll show you a pro tip, you can actually make a campfire anywhere. If you hold wood, and where is it? Rock salt. You drop it, and you strike it. Oh, no, come on. Hold on. Or is it, I'm sorry, it's flint, not rock salt. You can actually make a campsite anywhere and use it to switch the time of day. Or you can just do it to get away. I'm doing it. And a bow and arrow. See, shit like that's awesome. And it's that kind of stuff I love about this game. For every puzzle, there's one way the developers intended you to do it, and there's 15 other ways you can find. Even the developers didn't foresee some of the solutions these people had. Which is the sign of a good game designed for these systems. we go. Here we go. Okay, now I'm higher up. At a slope. Okay, I should be able to get up here this time. All the way up! Nothing can stop Blink. Boom. Fuck it, hold on. I'm just gonna look at the answers because I forgot that this puzzle, you need to use one to solve the other. And I don't want to go all the way back. I've beat them before. It's just been years. Okay. Okay, what? Okay, hold on. Oh, never mind, I got it wrong, my bad. Sweet, one more shrine, I can get another upgrade. Wait a minute. They're showing where I got Korok seeds. Is that new? They made a patch. I don't remember them popping up on the map before. Oh, that'd be a fucking game changer if that's... Wow. Huh. I'll have to look that up. I don't remember if those always showed up on the app or not. Oh shit, there's a horse stable. Let me go do this then. Here's another shrine right there. Shit. Hold on. No, there's a certain particular way they want you to do this, but I say fuck it. Damn it. There we go. All sick. I didn't know we were playing fucking pinball, but I guess here we go. Ha! Okay, I've got it. You can place 3. 1 to stop it, 1 to stabilize that, and then 1 to give it a little bit extra oomph because it doesn't reach far enough on its own. Yeah, baby! Well, how's it going? New people are always welcome to the channel. Sweet. Alright, Jaden, I'm going to take a short break. I'm streaming for a while. I will be back in a while, however, and you're free to join that back again then. If you like, comment, subscribe, that'd be great, but if not, it's been nice having you.